Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Creed. And this movie is directed by Ryan Coogler, and it came out in 2015. And I really loved this movie. I think it's the best Rocky movie since the second one. And this movie gets like so many things right, and even things that in any other movie would just feel like thrown in and really forced. I think they worked really well, and I'll get into some of those things. I can't say everything, obviously, because I don't want to spoil anything, but what the story here is, we have a character played by Michael B. Jordan named Adonis, and he was born like right after his father died, Apollo Creed, and his biological mother dies sometime after, like a few years after he was born, and eventually he grows up wanting to, like, just getting into fights, and he wants to start boxing, and now we have our movie. And anything that could feel forced and thrown in, like I said already, just comes across naturally, just because of how good the performances are and how well written everything is. And there are parts of this movie that are genuinely sad and really affected me emotionally, and I think this movie works really well for what it's going for, and I think Sylvester Stallone is really great in it. I think this is one of his best performances, and I really love the character of Rocky, as I've said many times already, but in this one, he's still the same likable character that we knew in the beginning. Some things just never change. I could watch this character that I knew that from the first movie, who still has that same kind of behavior. He wears a hat and like has a ball that he like bounces around. It's like I could watch him talk like all day, any day, for hours and hours on end. And what he basically does is just train Adonis to become a fighter, and at first he's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want any part of it because of some things that happened in the previous movies. And another thing that I wanted to bring up, this movie does work as a standalone film. You don't necessarily have to see the previous Rocky movies to get into this movie. I think this movie works as a standalone film pretty well, but watching those other movies, it kind of makes me wonder, am I invested in this story because I've seen the previous movies, or is it because it just works on its own? And I'm kind of wrestling in my head which one is right. I think for me, it's better that I've seen those other Rocky movies, but if you were to watch this movie on its own, I don't think it would be lost at all. They do a pretty good job at keeping the story simple and really straightforward, and nothing's really complicated, and anything that happened in the previous movies, they explain it pretty well in this movie, and it never feels like, oh, they're just explaining what happened, so you're not lost in what's going on. But no, right, in this movie, they're talking about it in a way that feels natural, like how real people would talk, and that's what makes it good for me. I also love how our two main characters, Adonis Creed and Rocky Balboa, I love how they play off each other. It's really fun and entertaining, and there's some really great jokes in there. And I also liked Bianca in this movie. I thought she was a great character. And there's some really nice one takes in this movie, and the fight scenes in this movie are really great when they do happen. The only issue I have with this movie really would be the music. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't memorable to me. And it was kind of just existing there. And that's about all I have to say about Creed. It's a great movie. It does pretty much all of the good things that the previous Rocky movies did. And it just does something new with it, or just does it really well. And I would highly recommend that you check this movie out, and I would happily rewatch this movie any day, anytime. And it was a great experience for me, and go check it out if you haven't already. And I'm going to give Creed an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Creed, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Scream, the first one. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.